Can you prove the Bible is real?
Archeology is another great proof for the Bible. Remember Sodom and Gomorrah? People thought it was some fairy tale story made up by the Bible until they actually discovered Sodom and Gomorrah in 1989, about 20 years ago. Not only was it was destroyed by giant balls of sulfur. Now the Bible says that this was punishment for their sins by great balls of fire. Well, is there any evidence? This is the city of Sodom, and you can see evidence of a thriving city with temples and statues dedicated to their gods. There were ziggurats and temples of prostitution, and the buildings were pretty much melted down, as evidenced by thermal ionization, indicating heating up to 6,000 degrees. This happened because particles of sulfur and ash hit the city, as evidenced by these impact marks. The black center indicates the burn. Sometimes you'll see white sulfur in the middle. So you can imagine how these can catch on fire and literally rain fire and brimstone, as the Bible describes. These sulfur brimstones are found all over the city. Laboratory analysis of the sulfur indicates that it's monoclinic, white sulfur that's been cooked in a high temperature, which is different from geothermal sulfur. The sulfur was found to be 98% pure sulfur, unlike any naturally occurring sulfur on Earth. You can't explain this naturally or through some volcanic activity. So the best possible other theory is maybe there was a meteor shower? Yeah, which just happens to destroy a major pagan city dedicated to sin. Seriously? I think it takes more faith to believe in a meteor shower than to believe in the Bible. At least the Bible has proof. They found Jericho. They found Gilgal, Shechem, Dan, Megiddo, Beersheba. In 1906, they found the Hittites in Ankara, Turkey. They found artifacts that confirm the stories in the Bible. The Moabite stone, Shishak's invasion of Judah, Shalmaneser III, King Uzziah, Hezekiah, Sennacherib. I could go on for an hour and it would be boring. So let me focus on the most amazing discovery of recent times. Noah's Ark. Yeah, that's right. They found it in Turkey, near the mountains of Ararat. It was covered over by lava until the eroded debris and a recent earthquake revealed the outlines of what used to be a ship. In the same area, you can find fossilized coral and sea creatures, indicated that this mountain was once covered in water. Well, maybe it's a natural formation? With imaging instruments, they detected iron metal in various places. After plotting the location of the metals and 5,400 iron rivets, they found the outlines of a massive ship. When they used radar to see underneath, they found timbers in parallel intervals. A side view shows the deck support beams. Yup, it's definitely a huge ship. And this ship was measured to be 515 feet, which is 300 Egyptian cubits, exactly as written in Genesis 6:15. This petrified deck timber is covered in black pitch. This could be the gopher wood mentioned in Genesis. Even some nails can be seen on the surface. Using specialized equipment invented not too long ago, they dug into the ark and found petrified animal dung, cat hair, and petrified antler. A few miles from the site, you can even find the ancient anchor stones used by the boat. They were used to stabilize the ship. So yeah, what the Bible says is true. And there are more proofs out there, from Mount Sinai, crossing of the Red Sea, the Ark of the Covenant. Now, archaeology doesn't prove the supernatural, but it does show that what the Bible says is historically accurate. I mean, there's proof for the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. There's proof for Noah's Ark. Now, what about what the Bible says about God? What about heaven and hell? Do you want to wait for the proof for that? Well, I guess you can. You can wait around to the end for that. But you can take these facts and take it on faith. The Bible is real. You can bank on that.